Students, today we are going to discuss Gauss's theorem. So first you listen the statement. The net outward flux through any closed surface of any shape is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge contained within that surface. In this diagram, this is an enclosure. Inside the enclosure at point O plus Q charge is placed, and we have to calculate the flux through the surface of this enclosure. The net outward normal electric flux through any closed surface of any shape is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge contained within that surface. So mathematically we write E dot ds, this is the symbol of surface integral, equal to sigma q by epsilon naught, where phi s indicate the surface integral over whole of the closed surface. Sigma q is the algebraic sum of all the charges enclosed by the surfaces. Algebraic sum means suppose q1, q2, q3, three positive charges are inside the enclosure. So the net charge sigma q equal to q1 plus q2 plus q3. Now let us see how to prove this Gauss's theorem. Let a point charge plus q coulomb be placed at O within the closed surface. At point O within the closed surface, a plus q charge is placed. Let capital E be the electric field strength at P. This is the point P and this is the capital P, capital E. Let OP equal to R and the permittivity of the free space or vacuum is epsilon naught. Now consider a small area ds of the surface surrounding the point P. Around the point P we are taking the surface ds. Then the electric flux through ds is given by d phi equal to vector E dot product vector ds. This is the direction of E vector, this is the direction of ds vector, and you can see theta is the angle between them. This ds vector must be perpendicular to this area ds, and the direction of electric field intensity E vector is along the line joining O and P. Hence, the electric field strength at P, E vector is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r cube into r vector. This is the vector form of electric field intensity at point E, vector equation. So d phi equal to E dot ds. In place of P we are going to put this value. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q r dot ds by r cube. So the result is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r cube d omega. What is d omega? R dot ds by r cube is d omega, because r dot ds can be written as r ds cos theta. Remember, the direction of r is along the direction of electric field intensity vector E. So the result is r ds cos theta by r cube is ds cos theta by r square, and in the solid the angle subtended by the area ds at point O is represented by this ds cos theta by r square, which is actually d omega. Now theta is the angle between ds and E. So what is the electric flux through the whole of the closed surface? That is given by phi equal to surface integral E dot ds. So q by 4 pi epsilon naught surface integral d omega. But surface integral d omega is the solid angle due to the entire closed surfaces at an internal point O, which is equal to 4 pi. So what is phi? That is flux equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 4 pi. Cancel this 4 pi, it is Q by epsilon naught. If there are several charges Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on inside the closed surface, then the net charge Q net equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, and that is also represented by sigma Q. So what is the net flux? Net flux equal to surface integral E dot ds equal to 1 by epsilon naught sigma Q. Hence, total electric flux through any closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge in coulomb enclosed within the surface, which is actually the mathematical form of Gauss's law.